Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, it's David here and welcome back to another video. I'm very excited to record this one because we're going to talk about a game that I'm very excited for that not enough people are talking about in my opinion. So I'm trying to get this game out there and hopefully there's some eyes on it because it looks insane to me. So if you are new to the channel, you would like to have weekly content on anything JRPGs, you are at the right place. Make sure you subscribe, you ring that notification bell to make sure you never miss out on the content. And if you like the video, a quick thumbs up is a great way to show your support, helps people find my channel. It is a big help. Now let's get right into it. And of course today we're going to talk about Vanillaware's next game, Unicorn Overlord. Unicorn Overlord is a Vanillaware developed game in collaboration with ATLUS, ATLUS being the publisher of that game, and it is described as a fantasy tactical RPG. But when you look at the trailers, when you look at the character designs, when you hear the music, it is going to be a special game for a lot of reasons. And today I want to give you guys all the information that I think you should know before picking up that game. And yeah, we'll look at the game itself, we'll look at the release, so all the information around the release. I got a lot of questions from people asking me, but David, what is that game? I'm kind of confused. So we'll go over the official site, what they're saying about the game, the gameplay, the story, the characters, and everything. So we are going to have a lot of fun. Let's get right into it. Alright, so here we are on the official Japanese Unicorn Overlord website for ATLUS and Vanillaware's rebirth of tactical fantasy RPG. So we have a lot to look at today, so let's get right into it. And all the sites, if you want to look at them yourself, you can do so. The links will be in the description of today's video. So here it is, Unicorn Overlord, coming out March 8th, 2024, Nintendo Switch, PlayStation 5, PlayStation 4, Xbox Series X and S. Obviously, there's two things that you're immediately going to notice. There is a last-gen version for PlayStation, not for Xbox. I hope some of y'all were not thinking I was going to say not for Nintendo with the Wii U, huh? Obviously, that system is long gone, but no Xbox One version. There is going to be a PS4 version, which is good because the PS4 has a huge install base, so it makes that game more accessible. And obviously, the biggest bummer is the lack of a PC version. I'm not a big PC gamer myself, but I know you guys are out there, and I've been following ATLUS and Vanillaware for a long time. ATLUS is starting to be very good with PC versions. It all started with Persona 5 Strikers, Persona 4 Golden in 2020 or so. And now everything's coming out on PC for ATLUS, which is a good. You like to see it. But when it comes to Vanillaware, nothing's playable on PC as of January 2024, and that is a huge bummer. And I did some research. I'm trying to understand why they're not putting their games on PC. I don't know, you guys. 13 Sentinels Aegis Rim is a game that they worked on. It's not on PC. Grim Grimoire Once More was recently re-released by NIS America, not on PC. Odin Sphere, not on PC. Dragon's Crown, not on PC. So it really is a bummer when it comes to PC gamers. It is not there, sadly, for Unicorn Overlord either. Now, the game is looking really cool. As I mentioned, fantasy tactical RPG, liberate your kingdom, reclaim your destiny. What is Unicorn Overlord? From the masterminds that brought us 13 Sentinels, Aegis Rim, and Odin Sphere, ATLUS Cross Vanillaware presents the rebirth of tactical fantasy RPG. Fight against fate and embark on a royal adventure to regain your reign alongside trustworthy allies. Unicorn Overlord combines the timeless tactical RPG genre with overworld exploration and an innovative battle system for a unique, epic fantasy experience in iconic Vanillaware style. Now, the first thing that you'll notice, we'll look at the screenshots here. They're a little small, but still, Vanillaware, their art, the people drawing their art are amazing, very talented. It looks so unique. Look at this perspective that you have on the battlefield. So my understanding of this is like the overview in battle. So your grid in Fire Emblem games, for example, or Tactics Ogre, this is your view in Unicorn Overlord. So clearly very different. You have Alain's unit here, which we'll talk about Alain being the main character of the game. You have Simon's unit, which I assume is the enemy here. You have the HP for both. I assume that is the number of unit. There's a time limit, a little map. It looks really dope. I love it. I love how different it is. It is not, as always with Vanillaware, it is not your typical art and your typical design. Here's a screenshot from battle, which looks awesome. You can see the animations here, and I'll put some trailers up as well when I research some of the stuff on the website so you guys can see it in action. But I think it looks really cool. From my understanding, this is kind of like Fire Emblem in a way. So you have your grid, which looks, as we just saw, very different, but then you get in battle, your enemies fight a little bit, and then boom, next turn, right? So this is a scene from the little combat That would be some of the story, I assume. So here's our main character, sweet looking other character right here, Gilbert here, which looks menacing in a way. Then our army shall be prepared when the moment comes. The blades which strikes him down shall be forged with Dragonhold steel. Obviously out of context, that doesn't tell much. And some of y'all are fans of food in video games, and I'll be honest, looks pretty cool. Just like in 13 Sentinels, the food here is looking really good with Vanillaware games. I think that's kind of a meme at this point for them. So fresh bread, cheese-filled steak haché, which, ooh, that looks good. Never had this before. Potato and egg salad, crisp salad. This looks good, you guys. This looks really good. Here we go with the interesting stuff. Now we have the story of Unicorn Overlord, so let's get into it. A fallen prince shall rise again, ring of legend, lightening his path. So this can sound a little generic at first, I'll be honest. The story takes place on the continent of Fervith, a land home to 5 nations. After Cornea's general Valmur revolts against his nation's royal army, he starts a war that will soon tear the entire continent apart. Alan, Prince of Cornea, our main character, flees from his home during this uprising and is chosen to lead the Liberation Army with the legendary Ring of Unicorn in hand. Alan raises the flag of rebellion to lead his people to freedom. So you have like some action scenes here, which looks really cool. The story we don't know much about for now. It kind of seems, for now, very traditional, which is interesting because I'll get this out there. If there's Vanillaware fans listening to the video, which I'm sure there will be, you're gonna tell me right away if I don't clarify. Vanillaware's games, they don't have generic stories. They don't. Sometimes it's really out there. If you played 13 Sentinels, that is a game where you have 13 playable characters. It includes mechs, it includes characters are in different times. You have characters in like the 1800s, the 1300s, and then the 2000s, the 2100s or something. It is a very, very weird game with characters in different timelines that come all together, and there's time travel, and it is a big mess of a story that all makes sense, extremely original. So when I read this, yes, it kind of looks to be a generic overview of a fantasy game. I'm not too worried, y'all. I'm not. And let me know what you guys think when I'm mentioning this. We have a look of we have a different look at all of the characters. I won't go over all of them because that would be too much for today's video, and that's not the goal. But again, the link is in the description, so if we look at them really quickly, you have your first character here. It says you can cultivate a grand army with over 60 unique characters, from humans and elves to massive beasts and heavenly angels, which is cool because, again, those characters, they all look really, really good. I like the designs for all of them, and man, am I ready to play that game for real. Here we have a little bit of explanation about the game system: gather new allies, forge bonds, and lead the deliberation to glorious victory. So once again, with ATLUS games, there is going to be a some type of bonding systems or friendship system where you can, I assume, evolve or increase some of your character's stats because of the bonds that you'll create with your party, which always makes always is good for character development, in my opinion. So I like to see this. Just this scene in general, I went over it really quickly, but that's you exploring the overworld, and this kind of reminds me of the HD 2D style that Square Enix is using, and I really like it. You can see you have icons. You have like a little sword over this character's head. You have a castle here, so I assume you can enter certain places like that castle, for example. And man, I really think it looks awesome, which again is really not surprising because Vanillaware games always look insane. You can customize your units. Players can customize their party as they see fit, recruiting allies from different backgrounds. So here it is. You can change the position of your party members on the grid. You have your stats here: physical attacks, defense, magic defense. The leader can have effects as well. Morale boost here is something that we can see. It seems like you have different units on field, and you have like a leader for every unit. Hallen's unique, Hodrick's unique, Adele's unique, and I think that's going to give us a different style of tactical gameplay, which again, I'm really here for. The battlefield stage. Within each battle stage, both sides will fight to take each other's command posts in thrilling real-time combat. It's kind of a mix of... that's the thing, it seems to be like a hybrid between an RTS, a real-time strategy game, and a tactical game. And it's something that I've never seen before in a game, so I'm really excited for it. Individual battles begin when your units make contact with the enemy during a battle stage. That's what I was talking about. That's very much Fire Emblem, or just very much tactical RPGs in general. When your characters come into contact with each other, boom, you have that little scene here in battle, which they're boosting each other. They're kind of debuffing each other. which is interesting. Again, it's your little units will be able to boost, buff, and debuff. Well, not debuff, but buff your main unit leader. It seems very, very interesting, and I'm sure if there's some strategy slash tactical fans in here, you guys will be excited for this because it gets me really excited. I'm a fan of FF Tactics, Tactics Ogre. I played Triangle Strategy as well from Team Asano. Love these games so much. Difficulty levels here is always a good thing to have, especially in the game that is going to be very in-depth in terms of gameplay. You have the sweet difficulty option, normal and hard. There's going to be an online mode as well, which is interesting for such a game. And then you have the product information, which I already went over, but there's one thing that I want to show you guys for real very quickly, and that is going to be the collector's edition. So here you have it on screen. I think it looks really awesome. That collector's edition goes for $130. It includes a 2-disc rearranged soundtrack, a big ass art book, sweet looking box, and of course a completely playable trading card game, which is included, and that's really awesome. ATLUS even made a video in English on the official ATLUS West channel talking about what is that trading card game and how can you play it. So I'm very excited for Unicorn Overlord, you guys. That is the overview that I wanted to give you all. Are you excited? Are you going to pick up that game March 8th, 2024? I'll be there day one. I'm not sure I'll be able to play it day one though, because in a couple of weeks I'll be jumping into Like a Dragon Infinite Wealth, which I know it's going to take me over 100 hours to beat this sweet turn-based RPG in the Yakuza franchise. Then there's Persona 3 Reload, which I'm very excited for as well. Game looks awesome. Once again, another 100-hour plus game, I am sure. So I'm not sure I'll be done by March 8th, but it is a game that I'll pick up day one for sure, pre-order and everything. So let me know what you guys think of this one. Thank you so much for watching today's video. The channel has been doing great lately, and it's all because of you guys. So again, a quick thumbs up is a huge help. I would really appreciate that. And subscribe if you like the content. You have a great day, y'all. Bye.